Beauty Bay is bringing back tabletop palettes. Makeup Revolution is single-handedly trying to bring back makeup from 2015 that nobody wants. All the brands are launching at Ulta Beauty. The Sephora sale is upon us, and we are going to be talking about a couple of brands that I bet you totally forgot they existed. I bet you're going to say exactly the same thing as I did, which was, who? Welcome to this week's new makeup releases, where we are going to chat about the new makeup that's been released, announced, and sneak peek. I'm going to let you know all about these things, let you know whether or not I want to pick them up, and then you let me know whether or not you want to pick them up down in the comments. This is a series that I've been doing on my channel for like 8+ years, I want to say at this point, for a really long time, and I am super excited to still be here once a week letting you know about all the makeup news. Everything is going to be down in the description box. It'll also pop up if they are available in YouTube shopping. If you're interested in any of these things, please check out the description box if you want to see some more info, if you want to see some pricing or release dates or anything like that. We'll try and collect as much as possible down in the description box. This actually got requested if I could do a little fun like makeup challenge, which is going to be this month's member exclusive video. I do have a membership here on the channel where you can join in and you'll get access to this video that's going to go live this weekend, and also the full catalog of the old makeup videos that I have there, a bunch of makeup tutorials that have been requested by the community. If you're tier 2 or tier 3, you'll also be able to access the member exclusive Zooms that we have once a month, and all the members will get access to the member exclusive emojis and also a little symbol next to your name showing that you are part of the Happy Clown squads. We're still Happy Clowns. Even though I just released a neutral palette, we're still Happy Clowns. I'm gonna scoochie to the side so we can get some more pictures here. Let's quickly first talk about the fact that Oden's Eye decided to bring back Hela, which is the palette that I did with them. This is the first, I have it in front of me because actually one of the shades that I have on my eyes today is from the Hela palette. This has been heavily requested to bring back from Oden's Eye. I know, was it last year or the year before they brought back the Christmas palettes, and also they've gotten so many requests to bring back the Hela palette. So it is back in stock right now in case you were interested in this palette. I know I said I was not going to do any more collabs because I do have my own brand, but this is an old baby and a lot of people did miss it. So if you were interested in this one, do check it out down below. I still love Oden's Eye. It's one of my favorite indie brands. I think they're absolutely amazing. I do not think that affiliate codes are applicable on this one, and when you buy this one, you actually do get, for the price of the palette, a full box of a tote bag. You get a random highlighter and a random single shadow, if I'm not mistaken. And like I said, I don't think my affiliate code Angelica will work on the Hela palette, but you can always use it on other things, or maybe it does. I actually have no idea. Just check it out. Just check it out when you are there. I wanted to talk about this last week, but Oden's Eye was like, you know what? You have your release with my collection, the Paisley Hoot, last Friday. So they were like, let's announce this on Saturday. And I was already trekking through Yosemite and Sequoia at that point, so I didn't have the opportunity to do like a dedicated video to it, but I did do a reel. I think, you know what, I'm gonna upload that one separately because Oden's Eye did upload that to their account. I'm gonna upload it here on YouTube as well, so you can see I did a new tutorial with this one. And also because we were announcing it on Saturday, I wasn't able to mention it last week in my new makeup releases. But now you know, in case you missed it, I'm fairly sure it's still back in stock. But I am excited to give everybody a chance to get Hela again because I surely have gotten a lot of questions asking if it could come back. So wanted to let you know about that one. If you are following me, I did post about it in my community tab when it happened, and I also did post about it, of course, on my Instagram as it was happening. Also, should we talk about the brands that are coming? Because I think there's at least 2 brands that are coming to, no wait, 1, 2, I think 3 brands that are coming to Ulta. The first one I want to mention is actually Etienne. Is it Etienne Ortega? I think that's his name. It's Ortega Beauty. It's new at Ulta, and the things, we've talked about this before. I think this brand launched a year and a half ago. I'm not 100% sure, and now you can find it at Ulta. I am not picking anything up at this point because we will talk about that in a bit. The Sephora sale is soon coming, and I will be shopping some things at the Sephora sale, stocking up on some things, actually buying some backup of things that I've actually gone through, and I just don't want to pick up any new things at this point. There's so many fun things launching, and there's so many things that I've really been enjoying lately that I want to keep on using, so I don't want to be buying anything new. But I wanted to let you know that that brand is available. Also, Sigma Beauty is now available at Ulta, and this makes me really, really excited. I don't know if Sigma is still available at Target or not. I always thought that Ulta or Sephora is such a better match for Sigma than Target ever was, because I feel like Sigma is not like a super affordable indie brand. They're more like a mid-range slash high-end, maybe a little bit more high-end of a beauty brand. So I think that like being at Ulta makes so much more sense. I don't know if they're going to be in-store or online. I'm not 100% sure, but I will say, I mean, Sigma makes incredible products, and I'm very, very excited for them. Sigma is actually available at some Sephoras in Europe, so I think it makes sense for them to get into a store like that in the US. And also, Sabrina Carpenter's brand, this is, I don't know, is it, wait, I have one of these fragrances. Let me go get it so we can talk about it. So I have the blue one. This is Sweet Tooth by Sabrina Carpenter. I was under the impression that this was more like an underbrand or an umbrella, like a brand under an umbrella. Sweet and sophisticated, delicious fragrance made with love. This is the Me Espresso. Maybe this is actually, listen, this might be Sabrina Carpenter's own brand, but I think it might be an incubator brand. So this one, I bought this one because it was supposed to be a coffee scent. The bottle looks a little bit like a bar of chocolate. At the end, it's just like this. There's nothing. And then there's a little text on the side. So this is crazy sweet. If you're a Swede, this is giving date. The date fragrances, that's what this is. This is incredibly vanilla, sugary, flowery with a hint of espresso. It is like sugary marshmallows, a little bit of flowers giving date perfume. We used to have like, that was our version of like the Victoria's Secret body sprays, but back in the 90s. We did the date perfumes. Oh, everybody had them. Listen, my grandmother had them. I had them, my mom had them, my grandmother had them. Everybody had them, okay? Okay? Everybody had them. And this is giving that. And I mean that in the most loving way possible. But I also meaning that in the, this is not the most sophisticated perfume I've ever smelled. And this is supposed to be a coffee perfume, but the coffee is definitely not the first, the second, or the third thing I'm thinking about when I smell for it. I can smell it in the background. But that brand is available at Ulta now as well. And I think that makes 1,000,000% sense. Sabrina Carpenter is super, super popular right now. And I think that these fragrances have been very popular, so I am excited for the brand to be at Ulta. I think it makes 1,000,000% sense, but it is also exciting how many brands have launched at Sephora and Ulta this year. It's actually crazy. Can we talk about the brand that I said, I can't believe this brand still exists? I saw this and I almost had like nostalgia whiplash. This is coming back from the absolute depths of like makeup nostalgia. This is the actual Crypt Keeper is bringing back the Laura Gellar Beauty Baked Gelato Swirl Highlighter. Who remembers this? I can also tell you right now, because I used to own this highlighter. I used to own this highlighter in 2 different shades, and I can tell you right now, this is reformulated. This is not the way that the highlighter looked before. This is not how the swirl looked. This is not how the texture looked. This is not how the color looked, but it is weirdly enough how the packaging looked, which I think was the thing about the highlighter that I didn't like was the packaging, because they were charging mid-level, high-level kind of a pricing for packaging that was giving Wet n Wild. And again, I don't say with love. Like, I say that with the utmost disrespect. That packaging was not good. And I feel like they're bringing back the same packaging. The swirl looks delicious. I've told you that highlighters are coming back, and we've seen so many highlighters this year, and the fact that Laura Gellar is bringing back the Gelato Swirl highlighter is just the dot over the I of my prediction that highlighters are coming back into fashion. This is of course in the shade Gilded Honey, but I can tell you right now it's not going to be a dupe. I don't own Gilded Honey because, again, I got that baby like 10 years ago. It probably walked out of my collection by itself. That that highlighter had its own ecosystem, and it just, you know, it's so old at this point that it moved away from home and it's living its own life. It probably has kids. Maybe this is that. Maybe that's what this is. Okay, I'm just saying that was a long time ago, and I think it's a good thing to update the formula, but I am very, very excited. So this is going to be formulated with a blend of skin loving ingredients. Again, I don't know if we need that for a highlighter. I'm just putting it out there. Supports collagen repair. Again, it's a highlighter, not a serum. Everybody calm down. Protects against skin damage. Again, it's a highlighter. Everybody calm down. Promotes firmness and elasticity. I need everybody to just take a deep breath and sit down, okay? Visibly more supple. I feel like the trend with skincare ingredients in makeup has just escalated to a point where I'm just like, surely we're all just doing this for kicks and giggles at this point. Like, because we're not taking it, like, we can't be taking ourselves seriously with describing a highlighter like this. Bananas. This one is coming to the Trend Mood box. It's gonna be $28. Is that less than before? I feel like it used to be more, because you remember I said it was like mid-range too, and now I'm like, I feel like that's not as expensive as I remember. Or maybe it's just because everything else is so expensive now that I'm like, oh, what a bargain. That's a scary thought. But you know what? I'm excited. I might take one for the team and try it again. It is crazy that this is coming back. Isn't it crazy? If you've been in the community long enough to remember, this was the highlighter before everybody got crazy over Champagne Pop and Ofra. This was the one. This was the one that everybody was falling over themselves to get. I remember this was sold out for so long. It's so crazy to see it come back. I'm excited for the return of highlighters. I'm not even going to sugarcoat it. Excited does not begin to cover how I feel about highlighters coming back. So excited. Let's then talk about the other brand where I was like, oh my god, I forgot you existed. Who remembers Besame? Raise a hand. No one? Anyone? I kind of thought they closed down. I kind of was expecting one of those like, we are closing down, because they haven't released anything in a hot minute does not begin to cover it. A hot hour, month, decade. It's been so long since I saw anything from them, and they're actually releasing 2 things, and it is the thing that I think, again, this is like I don't want to say a stab in the dark, because this is more a stab in broad daylight, but I would assume that their highly decorated compacts for powders have been their most popular things that they have sold. So let's first talk about this one. This is the Rose Radiance Compact. It's timeless beauty meets luminous glow, and I honestly think this compact is delicious. It feels like something my grandmother would have and covet, and I actually love how this looks. Inspired by classic elegance and designed for modern glamour, this radiant powder is your new must-have for flawless skin. So there is a powder in there as well, and I think it's gonna be a highlighter. Oh, it seems shop all our blush and highlighter. So it seems that you can pick your blush and highlighter to get in there. Oh, there is also a setting powder. Oh, okay, so you can pick your powder and put in. I am actually a little bit intrigued by that. I'm not even going to sugarcoat it. I'm a little bit intrigued by that. And then they're also releasing the Midnight Elegance set. I think this is for Halloween, because there is a compact with a Signature Spider compact, and then there is a blood red lipstick and a raven black lipstick. Again, a little Halloweeny. I think it makes sense. So the Signature Spider compact says intricately designed compact featuring Besame's iconic spider motif, includes a mirror and a collector's piece, and I don't know again if this has anything in it or if it's just a compact. Is there a powder in here? $134. Ma'am. Let me go and see. Is there a powder included in that one? Besame. That's not how you spell Besame, sweetie. Oh, no. With the compact, you choose your powder down here. You got a mystery discount. So you can choose your powder and put in there. I do like that. I do like it. You get to pick your powder. I really like that compact, that like old schooly compact. That's really cute. But I gotta say, right now, again, I'm saving myself for the Sephora sale. But I do like how that one looks a lot. And I'm excited to see that Besame has not like disappeared. I'm excited to see that they're still here, even though that price for the spider one was a little bit eye-watering, but listen, it is what it is. Let's talk then about the Sephora sale. I'm excited about the Sephora sale. So this is the Sephora Savings Event. Save big with code everything in capital letters. This starts on the 31st of October. Is that Halloween? I'm not keeping up. We don't really celebrate. I mean, I think we do now because we caught on the trend because of like the internet. But we didn't used to celebrate Halloween. But we did celebrate almost like a Day of the Dead, but like the Swedish way. You go to the cemetery and light a candle and think about like your loved ones that have passed away. And that would be the last day of October, I think. Or is it the first way? Something like it's the end of the month. But the 31st of October it starts and it ends on the 10th of November. So Rouge is starting on the 31st, and then VIB and Insider is starting on the 4th of November. And then per usual, you'll be able to get 30% off Sephora collection throughout the entire sale, regardless of your status with Sephora. I am embarrassingly steady in the Rouge section, to a point where I'm like, I truly have bought a lot this year with Sephora. There's been a lot of really fun things with Sephora this year. But I do have a couple of things that I do want to get the sale. I want to get the Danessa Myricks palette. I want to get a backup of my shampoo. I want to get a backup of, maybe I should get 2 backups of my eyebrow pen. I also, I went through a hair mask that I really like. I want to get that. I also saw there was a new perfume I really want to try out. There's a couple of things where I'm like, I really want to try out these things. So I'm actually really excited about the Sephora sale. I've been building my basket. I will do a recommendations video because, like I said, I've actually tried quite a few things at Sephora this year. And I have a bunch of things that I love that I can really recommend. I also have a playlist like Sephora recommendations where those things, still recommend them, still think they're good. And I'm excited about the sale. Like I said, I'm building my basket. Are you excited? Are you Rouge like me? Yeah, it's been a lot. One thing actually that I saw that is available at Sephora when I was starting to build my basket was this new little moon. It's like a moon shadow. It's called Moondust Quad from Urban Decay. This is $39 and it is more like a purpley quad. I don't like an all shimmer palette like this, even though I will say a quad makes more sense for me than a big palette. And I like that it's like icy, like snowy icy colors for like winter, but also like 2 purpley pinky shades. I think that's honestly, I think the quad, if you are into those, I think it's really beautiful. What I will say, and you probably see that here too, these promotional pictures, I'm not saying that you should make your products look better than they are. That's not what I'm saying. I don't like when brands are photoshopping their swatches or anything like that. I think it's very important to swatch on skin and to have like actual lighting and no Photoshop and all of that. I think that's very important. But I also think as a brand, there's nothing wrong with making your products look their very best. I mean, it's like, you know, it's like you're going to a photo shoot. You want to look your very best. It's not like you're just showing up in a messy bun and you're, you know, just a towel. Like, you're gonna be dressing up a little bit. And I do think, and this is me guessing, but I mean, I've tried the Moondust shadows. They're pretty nice. And these pictures are not, I think, reflecting what the formula actually is in the Moondust shadows. Doesn't this look kind of crusty, dusty, and boring? This is giving Coastal Scents satin shadow a la 2015. And I really don't think that that's what you're getting. So I kind of wish, I'm like, can we like spruce it up a little bit and at least have some kind of, this is what the shadow will look, I don't know. Because I'm seeing this and I'm like, babe, I really think it's going to be better than that, right? Speaking of the Danessa Myricks palette, this is the LIGHTWORKS 7, the Freedom Makeup Palette, magnetic customizable stackable palette with illuminating pigments for eyes, face, and lips. I said, when she does a palette that has mattes and shimmers, I will buy it. mattes and shimmers, and I will buy this one. I already have it in my wish list. I might snag this one before the sale, or maybe I'll have a little ice in my tummy and I'll wait. I don't know. I'm gonna try this. All the mattes are neutrals, which is fine, but I also have that mini pastel palette, and I feel like I can mix and match, right? Because all of these are going to be matching because it's that magnetic system. That's not usually how I do my makeup, but I think I'm more specific with my indie palettes, that I don't want to move around things in my indie palettes, because I do tend to talk more about those after they release than I do traditional palettes like this. But I really think if I can move some stuff around, I would really enjoy a mini palette like this for traveling, keeping a couple of these, keeping a couple of the pastel ones. I really think I would love that. This one is pretty expensive, $128. Again, some of these shades are going to be that multi-chrome canvas shadow that you're going to see from some indie brands. That is really expensive to make, especially if you're going to be launching at Sephora. With the Sephora, like, they want 50%. So you're going to have your margins include the margins for Sephora as well. And also like the gondolas and all of that, that's not Sephora paying for that. And when you return makeup to Sephora, that's not coming out of Sephora's pockets, that's coming out of the brand's pockets. Also keep that in mind. So if you are returning makeup, like you tried it and you're like, oh, actually I changed my mind, the brand is paying for that return, not Sephora. So these kind of things do come into play when they're putting a price tag on things at Sephora. So those kind of multi-chrome pigments are really expensive to work with. They usually drive up the price of the palettes. We've talked about this before on my channel. It's $128 for a palette like that at Sephora. It makes sense for me. I'm gonna try it because I have never owned any of these palettes, and it's time. I've been asked so many times, and I'm gonna give it a go. I'm gonna let you know how I feel about it because I'm excited. There's also another palette available at Sephora, and this is from Patrick Ta. Last week, I'm pretty sure we talked about the duo eyeshadows. Did we not talk about that? I feel like we talked about that last week. But they're also releasing 3 6-pan palettes. I think these seem to be in the same kind of a compact as the duo highlighters, blushes, and bronzers, which are fine, but not my absolute favorite. And this is going to be their eyeshadows. I've never tried the matte eyeshadows from Patrick Ta. I do like, I'm wearing something that's borderline a little neutral today. I do like a neutral every now and then. I just released a neutral palette, clearly I do. But I think for me, this is a little bit too neutral for me. Especially that light palette. Those shades are, according to me, too similar to each other. I personally didn't need all of those in a palette, but there are going to be people out there that are going to be like, no, that's a perfect different undertones. It makes 100% sense, and this is why it's for you and not for me. Because I don't see the purpose of having 3 shades like that in the same 6-pan. I think they're all too similar. And I think that with the deep palette and the mid palette as well, I get it. I really do get it. What I don't get is why one of those shades isn't a mauve. Or why one of those shades isn't a gray. That's the part that I don't get. Why aren't you giving us the option of going, if you want to go pinky, if you want to go mustard, if you want to, like, that's the part where I'm like, they're all beige with a smidgen of a difference in the undertone, and I don't think it's different enough. Again, for me. That's why it's not for me. That's why it's for someone else. So I'm not going to pick this up. It is $44. Patrick Ta is not an affordable brand, but, well, okay. Again, not for me. It's for someone. Not for me. I actually do like an all matte palette, but I think that contour mini something from Natasha Denona, that one is more up my alley because, again, they're a little bit more different each shade, and it's smaller and it's more affordable. Speaking of Natasha Denona is launching a couple of different things. The first one is a limited edition essential eye duo. So this is going to be available October 12th, and it's going to be a duo. I think the packaging is really cute. Again, this is for someone. Did you see my video where I was doing a full face of the Ulta Beauty brand? They had something similar to this in their line, and I said it in that video. This makes 1,000,000% sense for a lot of people. The people that do an eyeshadow on the lid or maybe 2 eyeshadows. I mean, look at the way that like my friend Samantha does her makeup. She a lot of times will use 1 or 2 eyeshadows. This is perfect for her, not for me. I literally used 6 eyeshadow palettes on my eyes today. So for me, this makes absolutely no sense whatsoever, but I do understand who this is for. I do understand who would like this. It's just not for me. I think there also is going to be limited edition Dream Pouch. So this is going to be an extension and a little like gift set of the My Dream collection that Natasha Denona did a couple of years ago. So this is the first ever full face set. It's including a combination of full size plus mini products from my best selling My Dream collection in the cutest signature makeup pouch. So the baby palette here is going to be 3 shades. I'm pretty sure 3 shades from the My Dream palette. Again, I thought that was a really nice palette. There's a lipstick, a lip liner, and is this a mini dream blush? Okay. So there's like a little blush and highlighter duo as well. I'm pretty sure, oh my god, I'm losing my top. I'm pretty sure they're bringing back the ombre blush from this collection as well as part of the holiday collection. I honestly think it's pretty smart. I'm not surprised that there isn't another. I mean, they just released 2 big eyeshadow palettes. I'm not surprised that they're not doing any more eyeshadow palettes right now. Also, Natasha Denona is known, the brand, for releasing quite a few releases throughout the fall and winter season leading up until Christmas. So it's also not entirely unheard of for them to release another mini palette getting into November, December. So I'm not saying that will happen. I'm just saying it wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me even a little bit, but I think for being a holiday collection, it makes sense. But again, it's nothing that tickles my fancy, so my debit card is safe. We've also seen a holiday collection from Morphe. So they're releasing actually quite a few different things. There is a brush and tool set, there is an eyeshadow palette, there is a lip pencil trio, there is a lip gloss trio, and I think there is like, a bestseller set as well. I'm not 100% sure if anything else is part of this holiday collection. I think all of them are just minis or sets, or maybe there's some new colors. I'm not 100% sure of products they already have. And then of course it is this new eyeshadow palette. I do receive some PR from Morphe, but I haven't received this at all, which honestly, again, it would be totally fine because I am kind of overwhelmed with things here. I'm literally, there's things on the floor. Okay. I actually did get a couple more boxes, those like big flat rate boxes. I'm gonna do some mystery box giveaways when we get a little bit further in. I'm starting to like organize them, so if you want to be part of that, don't forget to subscribe because I will have some giveaways soon. But I don't think I'm gonna pick this up myself because again, I love a bunch of things from Morphe. I've really been enjoying the new things since Morphe got bought out and have new owners, the eyeshadow not being one of them. And for that reason, I'm just like, I think I'm gonna sit this one out. I'm gonna save this for someone else. Someone's gonna love it. It's not gonna be me. We do have now the full reveal actually of the DeDe signature palette. This is the From the Roots palette. It is a palette that celebrates ancestry, unity, and self-discovery. You can use my code Angelica with DeDe signature and get some money off. And this is more than makeup, it's a journey back to our roots. This launches today as you're watching this, and it's gonna be $48.99, and then of course you can get a discount at 11 a.m. CST, so pretty soon. This video usually goes up around between 7 and 8 in the morning, but I have not done anything with this palette yet because again, a girl's been swamped, but it looks so beautiful. I have it here somewhere. I do actually have a bunch of more palettes that I haven't been able to do anything with. So I have the new Gourmand Girls palette that launched. I have this DeDe signature palette. I have the palette from Glaminatrix and Monolith I didn't have time to play with. If something else shows up, I am planning to do another one of those, several palettes, several looks. I did have one this Monday. because there's just so many fun things releasing right now, and you know that I've been such a big fan of DeDe's Signature, and I'm very excited to dig into this one. The blue looks beautiful, the purple looks beautiful, you know I love a good yellow, and then the shimmers look so nice, so I cannot wait to dig into this one. I will definitely be doing something. Oh, I also wanted to let you know that Clionadh let us all know that they're going to be selling the shadows from the Deep Sea Treasures palette as singles. In case you were interested in that palette, there is a couple of really amazing shadows in there, like really incredible. I especially love the one, I don't remember what it's called, but it's the one that's like the really almost fiery one. Also the dark one is incredible, like so beautiful. You can use my code Angelica with Clionadh and get some money off, but yeah, there are definitely some really good shades in that one, and I always appreciate them being able to just offer them as singles as well. I wonder if they're gonna offer that little mini palette to buy empty as well, because I feel like that could be so fun as well, and just do your own little mini palette, because I do know they also just announced that they have released some new palettes to put your singles in as well, and I'm actually kind of intrigued. I kind of want to pick one up because I did see that and I'm like, oh, that looks beautiful. We also need to talk about this. This is the new collection from Cosmic Beauty, and this is gonna be their Starlight collection. I have it here. I see it. It's on the floor right here. Over here. This, I'm gonna do a video on this. I'm actually filming it tomorrow. I've had this collection here for a really long time. I gasped when I opened this box and saw all the products. It's so beautiful. You will see a video from me on this collection on Monday. If you're interested, hold on to your panties because this collection is so beautiful. So check back on Monday and I will show you everything in this collection. I think it is launching next Friday. You can use my code Angelica and get some money off at Cosmic Beauty. They have resumed shipping to the US again, and I am so excited. I am fairly sure you'll be able to buy this as a full bundle with the box or buy the items separately, because as you can see, there are two different palettes here. There are some pens and there are some smaller boxes. Are they telling what this is? Can I see what this is? I don't want to give it away if they haven't like announced what they're doing, but you can see there's a palette here, and like you see what's going on. I will show you all of this for Monday, and dang, I'm so excited. I love Cosmic Beauty. It's one of my favorite indie brands, and I cannot wait to show you this. They really went all out on this collection, and it is beautiful. Speaking of indie brands, this is an indie brand that this is the first time in a bit where Melt has released something where I'm like, that looks cute. I kind of like that. So this is the Welcome to the Derry eye set. And this is the Welcome to Derry 6-shade eyeshadow palette. It's a Clown Ultra Matte White Gel Liner and a limited edition Welcome to Derry vinyl makeup bag. I like that it's a smaller collection. It's only 3 pieces. I'm pretty sure this is part of the It movie. If you didn't know, I don't watch horror movies, okay? I get angry. If you scare me, I get angry. I might punch you. Actually, I might punch you. I don't like being scared at all. I don't like jump scares. I'm not afraid of, like, you know, the ominous feeling. I'm not scared of gore or blood, anything like that. I just don't like the jump scares. I really hate it. But this one is already available. This is already available. Do I want this? Shop now. Can I buy this separately? So there's a bundle. There's only the bundle. I don't want a bundle. And there's no swatches. Oh, maybe. There's like a little thingamabob. The palette looks really beautiful. I know my friend Linda is getting this in PR, so maybe I'll watch her video because she said she was going to do one. Oh, wait, there is a lipstick too. So there's more things in this set. Product info. Eyeshadow palette. But it's showing a lipstick too, but it's not. I have no idea. I'm so confused. I will say, this is not the first time that Melt launches something and there is no swatches and there's so little information. And I'm just like, What are you trying to sell me? This is not the first time I'm seeing that. And listen, I know firsthand that stuff can happen and you're not able to get all your ducks in a row. You're not able to have all the swatches and all the things that you want to have. But I feel like the listing should at least list the things you're selling, because it seems to be some lip products as well, and it doesn't say anything about that. I'm a little bit confused. But again, I'm going to be watching my friend Linda's video, and if I love it, maybe I will pick it up. Let me know what you think about it, because I am intrigued to see them release something where I'm like, that actually looks kind of cute. We've also been able to see, and I'm just going to put up this collage here. This is from That's So Taupe, and this is all the holiday releases and holiday sets from ABH. So many different brands are doing a million different sets. I am not even kidding you. Like, whatever brand you're interested in, they will have so many sets. But remember what I've said a couple of weeks ago, the value is only there if you want all the things in a set. But what I do appreciate about these sets from ABH is that the sets are kind of small. There are brow sets with 2 products. There are lip sets that have 2 lip glosses or 2 of the liquid lipsticks, and I love those liquid lipsticks. And getting 2 is enough. 2 is enough, maybe 3, but like when they start giving you like a vault with 17, that's where I'm like, peace out, that's too much. And then of course there is the new eyeshadow palette that is releasing, and I said it reminded me of the Makeup by Mario collab they did a couple of years ago, and I'm happy to see that other people are seeing that too. Makes me feel less crazy. So that one is available now. I have seen the sets, I think both at Sephora and Ulta, and if you wait a bit, I'm sure you can get them at the discount for the Sephora sale. We've also been able to see a couple of more shades from Glow Recipe. They are releasing the Dewy Flush in 2 more shades. I do love the sheer Cherry Red. I didn't love this blush formula. I thought it was too watery and too sheer. I didn't think it, I don't, it's the kind of blush if you don't do makeup, you only want to get a little color on your cheeks. That's perfect. But if you actually like makeup and like use makeup and want to have a foundation under, or you want to like, it doesn't really jive with other makeup products. Maybe that's what I should say. So it wasn't my favorite. But the Glass Balm lip treatments, those are really nice. I've been traveling with the red one and I've really been enjoying it. And they're releasing a pink and a brown. That, we're putting a pin in that. That's a maybe for me, because I think that those look beautiful. So it's a Dragon Fruit Bingsu, a sheer bright pink, and Coconut Bingsu is a sheer cool brown. Those, very intrigued by both of those because I've really been enjoying that formula. Okay, let's talk about the Makeup Revolution. This is an all-in-one face palette. Face Icon Everything Base. It's a multi-use complexion palette. Listen, none of us need this, okay? We are back in the trenches of 2015 where makeup brands were trying to tell us that we needed a makeup artist kit to do our makeup on an everyday basis. You don't know. No, look at me. You don't need this. If you're a working makeup artist, you're probably not buying your kit at Makeup Revolution. No shade towards Makeup Revolution. I do like a lot of their products, but I would not, if I was still working as a makeup artist, I wouldn't be stocking my kit with Makeup Revolution. This is a ploy to try to get like Gen Z and Gen Alpha that are now probably getting on the train of like, you know, visible makeup that's starting to come back. I'm telling you, it's happening. I think they're trying to sell it to them. But you and I, you know, the ones that were here in 2015 and saw this go down, we already know. We don't need this. We don't need this. Meet your everything base palette, conceal, contour, color correct, blush, highlight like a pro, with a one cream based all-in-one compact. We don't need this. You don't need this. We learned this lesson 10 years ago, okay? You already decluttered this palette once. Don't buy it again, okay? We don't need it. I also want to talk about what I think is going to be a really popular collection, and this is from Wicked Widow Beauty. And it says, we've been working very hard behind the curtains to bring you something special for the holidays. And if you didn't know, this is it Rocky Horror Picture Show? Is that what it's called? This is, the brand was asking, would you like to get it in PR? We would like to send this collection to people who are diehard fans. Clearly, that's not me. I like it. I've seen it several times. I like it, but I'm not a diehard fan. So that's why I opted out, because I'm like, if they don't want to send it to the full PR list, there's no need for me to be hogging it. somebody else can be trying it out. I do really like Wicked Widow. I'm pretty sure I still have a discount code with them. You can try and just get checkout and get some money off. I don't know if it's going to work on this collab or not. It says it is coming soon, and I am so excited to see what this is going to be. I know my friend Linda, again from Glitter Fallout, is probably falling out of her chair of excitement for this collection, because I know that this is one of her absolute favorite franchises of life. I can already tell that she's probably vibrating of excitement. So I'm very excited for her. I also wanted to mention this. I have never seen this in store. If you know somewhere where I can see this in store, please let me know. This is from Etat Libre Orange. I probably butchered that. I'm really sorry. This is a new fragrance for them that is called Above the Waves. And this is a tea and citrus fragrance. And I love tea fragrances. I love it. I discovered the Nuit Persienne from Marseille. Oh, I mentioned it's my yearly favorite last year. I still absolutely love it. Every time I wear it, I get compliments. It's such a good fragrance. I a million, zillion, billion% recommend still a Nuit Persienne from Marseille. You can use my code Angelica with Marseille and get some money off as well. This one has bergamot, cardamom, incense, green mate, Ceylon, black tea, tonka bean, cedar, and vetiver. Yes, I really, really, really want that. And I don't know where I can smell it. Who has that brand? Because I would really, really like to smell that one, because I think it's gonna be great. I have a sneaking suspicion I'm gonna love it.
All of that chat in the beginning about Beauty Bay, and then I didn't even say anything. I was gonna say what's wrong with me, but let's not open that door. This is the monstrosity that is the Beauty Bay palette. I don't even know what to say about this one. This is so large. It's actually ridiculous. Let me quickly just pop up a picture of the model or an influencer or whoever this is that Beauty Bay sent this palette to. Like, you can tell she can barely hold on to this palette. Like, she is struggling for her life over here. Beauty Bay themselves is saying that these are 45 shadows that are from 3 previous limited edition palettes. The problem is that a lot of these shades do be looking a little bit similar when you look at them, because two of them are that same color story that they had in 2 limited edition palettes, which was turquoises, purples, and blues. And I don't know if we really needed that times 2. And then there's a bunch of like bronzers and blushes in like a drawer. It's an actual drawer. Like, this is not even a tabletop palette. This is like an actual piece of furniture. This is actually ridiculous. Like, you have a kid that's moving away from home, give him this one, just put some legs on it and they can use it as a table or as like a desk. It's actually ridiculous. Where are you going with this one? Where are you going? This could be your vanity. Like, this is not something you put on your vanity. This will become your vanity. Who needs this? This like drawer is giving like MLM 1994. I just don't understand this, like, more is more when it comes to these kind of palettes. If I need both of my hands and maybe even an assistant to hold up the palette, babe, it's too much. Put it back. Put it back. You don't need this.
Okay, I think that was everything. Thank you so much for being here and for watching the video until the very end. That is actually one of the best ways of supporting a creator, is watching the videos towards the very end, leaving a comment, leaving a like. It really helps out. I hope you're gonna have an amazing, amazing, amazing weekend. Don't forget to check the description box for more info. And also, this little makeup challenge is going to be live as a makeup tutorial for members real soon. Information about the membership is also in the description box or in the button next to the subscribe button. But I will see you real soon in a video. And like I said, Monday is Cosmic Beauty and the absolutely amazing collection that they're launching. So pretty.